welcome back to Houston Live. Whether you're a movie buff or a big fan of Houston or love knowing about the new big thing, the Houston Cinema Arts Festival definitely has you covered.
Yeah, it starts this week and features Houston-centric films as well as some of the best indie flicks of the year. Joining us now is Jim Townsend, Executive Director of the Houston Cinema Arts Society, with a preview of some of the movies you cannot miss. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
And let's chat to begin about the festival, because this all started back in 2009. This is the 14th annual, and just like many film festivals, y'all essentially solicit submissions for people to submit the films.
Well, we do. So we have some curated films that we select based on kind of what's hot, what's going through all the other festivals around the world. And then we have some short film submissions for our Borders No Borders competition. So we do receive some submissions, and we're excited to do more in that sphere, but a lot of it is curated by our programmers.
What I think is so cool is that when we're talking about Houston-centric, so, you know, I feel like the movie world for Houston is starting to boom. I know that we've been doing this for a long time, but man, so many things are being shot here. So many, you know, from series to regular films, and I mean, it's really starting to get noticed.
Absolutely. I think it's a reflection of Houston's diversity and how people are really calling out for the stories that come from a place like this, from a place that there's no place in the world like Houston.
We agree.
Jim, you mentioned the variety of films. So this festival takes place in multiple venues, right? More than 60 narrative, documentary, and experimental films, and innovative new media installations. So there really is a variety that people can experience.
Really something for everyone, yeah. Absolutely. We have some of the big independent films that we're going to be seeing a lot of in the award seasons. And then we have some things that you won't see anywhere else. A lot of what Houston Cinema Arts Society does year-round is to show some of those films that sort of exist at the intersection of all the different performing and visual arts. So we really do try and thematically hit that through our programming, but also to kind of tell the stories that really matter to Houstonians, whether those are stories that come from Houston or reflect Houston directly, or just films that we think will kind of strike a chord with our audience here.
Yeah, a talker for sure. Okay, let's look at some of the movies that we can't miss, starting with opening night film, and this is The Inspection?
The Inspection. So this is Elegance Bratton's new film, November 10th at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. We hope everybody comes out for it. He's a well, it's sort of semi-autobiographical. He's a young gay black man who finds belonging and purpose in the United States Marines.
Very nice.
Also the Marines' birthday. So.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
That is right.
And let's talk about Women Talking. This is another film that viewers can find at the Museum of Fine Arts Houston.
So a beautiful film. This is Sarah Polley's latest film, and it's been a few years since she's given us something to love as much as this one. It's about a religious sect of women who are fighting against their abusers and making the decision whether they fight, whether they stay, how do they negotiate within this extremely conservative religious sect. We'll have two guests for that film from the movie, Judith Ivey and Sheila McCarthy, who both give powerful, powerful performances.
And some familiar faces in this film: Claire Foy, Rooney Mara, Jessie Buckley.
And Frances McDormand.
And Frances McDormand, yeah, wow. We saw her off the top.
Fantastic.
Very good.
And this one you've already mentioned briefly, Borders No Borders, documentary and narrative shorts. Tell me about this one.
Super exciting. So this is one that is submissions based, and we have 2 nights of this. So we have the narrative shorts and the documentary shorts in 2 separate programs, one at the Deluxe Theater in the 5th Ward and one at Talento Bilingue. And these are just short films that come from regional filmmakers, people from Texas, Mexico, and the states that border Texas. So they're very unique stories that we feel sort of reflect our community well. We're really excited because some of these people go on to become some of the greatest filmmakers working today, and you'll see their work at festivals as we continue going forward. So.
Wow.
Incredible, and a relatable storyline for many Texans. Okay, last but not least, the closing night film, also at Deluxe Theater with Peter Bradley.
So important, this one, with Peter Bradley. So Peter Bradley was an abstract artist who, in the early 70s, started what is arguably the first racially integrated art show at the Deluxe Theater in the 5th Ward. So a really historical thing to bring that documentary back to the Deluxe Theater where it all started. And we're also, throughout the week of the festival, showing some of Peter Bradley's artwork in the gallery there. So super excited to be able to connect with the visual arts audiences and the film audiences. And our post-reception at sort of the end of the festival will be held there after that film. So we'll have also Adger Cowens, who's a contemporary of Peter Bradley, will be speaking.
Fantastic. Jim Townsend, I know that we could keep this conversation going, but thanks for hooking us. This sounds like a fabulous event. We appreciate you coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Check us out on cinemahtx.org.
There you go. And a reminder, the Houston Cinema Arts Festival is happening from November 10th to the 17th. And to see a complete schedule and ticket information to the festival, we have shared that link on the Scene On section of our website, HoustonLife.tv.
All right, still